Hello and good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome to today's Q-Shala family quiz. So the entire quiz will be run on Kahoot. So please I'd advise using another device and go to www.kahoot.it. You can use your same device itself, but then you'll have to keep switching screens and you won't be able to see the questions. If any of you are using the updated version of Zoom, there will be an option of apps where you can search for Kahoot and play the game from there. Once you are gone to www.kahoot.it, it will prompt you for a game pin and you must enter the number that you see on screen, 939-9915. For those watching the live stream, you can take part as well, but you will be seeing the stream with a bit of a delay. So I would advise joining the Zoom call if you can. So once again, good morning to everyone and welcome to the Uolo Q-Shala family quiz. We have over 50 participants in the call. I would advise you to join the Kahoot quickly so that we can get started. Good morning, everyone. Right. So please do join the Kahoot. You don't need any kind of link. You just need to go to www.kahoot.it. All right. Someone is unmuted. Uolo teacher, I think that's you itself. You mute yourself. Right. So everyone, please do join the Kahoot. I will wait. The game code is on the screen, as you can see 939-9915. So please do join with that. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for all joining in. I request you all to join into the Kahoot. That's the only way you'll be able to participate. Please go to www.kahoot.it. And once you have gone to kahoot.it, it will prompt you for a game pin and you must enter the game pin that you see on the screen. So we have over 87 participants in the session. I request you all to use your own names. Otherwise, we won't be able to shout out who you are. Some of you are saying you're not able to join. I would request you all to use the Google Chrome browser. It should work from there. If you have an iPhone, sometimes it takes a couple of attempts. That's okay. It happens if you're using the Safari browser. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Or try another device maybe if you're still having trouble joining. So I see about 90 participants on the call and about 27 have joined. I'll wait for the number to reach at least around 50 to 60 and then I'll get started because I want to respect those who have already joined as well. For those of you who have joined and are still joining the Kahoot and those who joined the call now, please go to www.kahoot.it on another device. It'll ask you for a game pin and you enter the number that's there on the screen, 939915, and you'll be able to join the Kahoot. All the questions will be on the platform. So please join the Kahoot. That's the only way you'll be able to answer questions. Your nickname is your name itself. Please enter your name itself for someone who's asking that on chat. A lot of people who have just joined in, so I'll once again give you the instructions. The entire quiz is going to be happening on the Kahoot platform. Someone's asking how you answer questions. There'll be some questions which are multiple choice, in which case you just simply, tap the correct option. If you think some questions will be where you have to type in the correct answer, and some questions you'll have to put the game pin. So please join in to the Kahoot. I see almost 40 participants out of the 100 on the call. Requesting all of you to please join into the Kahoot because the entire quiz will be happening on the platform. We will be not using the chat at all. So please go to www.kahoot.it and it'll ask you for a game pin. 93999915 is your game pin. You enter that, it'll ask you for a nickname. So when you are asked for a nickname, just enter your name and you'll be in the Kahoot and be able to participate in the quiz. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for sending the good morning messages. Right. So I'm just going to wait another 2 minutes. Almost 60 of you are yet to join. I request you to join as quickly as possible. Go to www.kahoot.it. I'm posting the link in the chat another time. It'll ask you for a game pin. And you enter what you're seeing on the screen, 9399915. I'm posting it in the chat as well for everyone's benefit. For those watching on the live stream, unfortunately, I can't post it on the chat for y'all, but it's on your screen. All you have, all the instructions as well, www.kahoot.it, and join in using the game pin 9399915. 47 of the 107 participants odds I see are already in it. I have 11:08 on my clock. At 11:10 exactly, we'll start. Yes, for everyone, it's the same questions. Doesn't matter what class you're in. It's a general quiz. There's nothing, your class does not matter. You can be in first grade, you can be in LKG, you can be UKG, you can be 12th grade, 11th grade, 10th grade, doesn't matter. It's all general knowledge. Yeah, so for one final time, I'm going to give the instructions for everybody. As you can see on the screen there, it's requesting you all to join www.kahoot.it. I would advise using another device. That way you don't have to switch between the screens. And then it will ask you for a game pin 939 9915. Okay. Brilliant. Okay. Almost 50 participants are in the Kahoot. I'll wait exactly 1 more minute and then I am starting the quiz. I hope the rest of you can join in. One final time, I'll give the instruction. You can join it at any point during the quiz, www.kahoot.it, and they'll ask you for a game pin. You have to enter that game pin that you see on the screen. Uolo team, are you there on the call?
Yeah.
Just at regular prompts, could you just post that message again, kahoot.it and the game pin, just so that people who join in late can join.
Sure.
Thank you. Right. Okay, so I see about 56 participants in. Now, to respect everyone's time, I'm going to start off with the quiz. You can join in at any time. It doesn't matter if you get dropped off the call, you can rejoin the quiz as well. No problem at all. And the Uolo team will constantly be posting the links you have to join in the chat. Let us begin. Here's the start. Okay, so round one is general questions. Here we go. You have to type the answer. As per a 2020 report, Gujarat employs about 1.2 lakh people in the manufacture of which toy that is also named after a bird. So you'll see an image slowly revealing itself. You can see how this thing is going to be made. I'm looking for a 4-letter answer, right? So this toy is actually named after a bird. You can see it slowly revealing. The image is slowly coming out. And you have plenty of time to answer the questions. You have to type in the answer and submit it. So figure out what exactly is being made here. It's a toy or it's something that we use to have fun. It's also the name of a bird. And we're looking for a 4-letter answer. Look at the shape of it. I'll add a clue that you would probably use this thing on your terrace, right? You can see a stick being put in the middle of a kind of diamond shaped thing, right? What is this that employs over 1.2 lakh people in Gujarat just to make this thing, right? Particularly popular during festivals and public holidays as well, even during festivals such as, let's say, Independence Day and Republic Day. This particular thing is very popular, right? I see a lot of people have just joined the call. You would have to join this platform. It is called Kahoot. Uolo team, can you just post the details? You'll have to go to www.kahoot.it and enter a game pin, right? And when it asks you for that game pin, it's there on the bottom of your screen as well, 939915. So the questions are all on your screen. You have to type in your answer. What is this thing in the picture that you see that employs over 1.2 lakh people in Gujarat? So 54 answers are in. We still have about 100 seconds to go. Plenty of time for you to type in your answers. Plenty of time for those of you who have not yet joined the Kahoot to join in and give an answer even for this question. So please go to www.kahoot.it and enter the game pin that you see on the bottom of your screen, 939915. And you'll be able to join the Kahoot and give your answers and it will be recorded. Once you are entered the game pin, it will ask you for a nickname. Please enter your name. yeah, the first couple of questions are going to be a little bit of time, just so that we can have people have enough time to join. You would have someone's asking where you have typed the answer. If you have joined the Kahoot, you would have seen an option, type text, type in your answer there, and press the submit button. We still have about 45 seconds to go. Still plenty of time for those who have not yet joined to join the Kahoot. Please go to www.kahoot.it, enter the game pin that you see at the bottom of your screen, 939915. It'll ask you for a nickname. Please enter your name. 20 seconds to go. I hope all of you have punched in an answer, because there are no negatives throughout the quiz. And the answers are kites. Well done, all of you that did it. Anybody who sent in the answer kite, you got points. Good answer there. And Anvesha takes the lead. Shivang in second, Shivanshu in third, Aratrika in fourth, and Umit in fifth. But only the first question out of the way. Let's move to the next one. Again, a type 1. This is going to be a little bit tougher. So this is a particular deer. It has a name that means 12 times. And it is based out of this state called Madhya Pradesh. It is in fact a state animal of Madhya Pradesh, right? So for those of you who know the language of Hindi, all you need to do is do a little bit of translation, right? And try and figure out the name of this particular kind of deer, which is a state animal of India. So I'm sure most of you know some amount of Hindi, but even if you don't, I think you can still figure out the name of this deer, right? It is an absolutely beautiful creature. And if you look at the picture carefully, you can see that they're making hand puppets, right? So this was an advertisement for Madhya Pradesh tourism, and they wanted to talk about the beautiful animals that they have in their state. So they used hand puppets to recreate one of the most popular deer in their state, which is also the state animal, whose name means 12 times. Now, as I said, the first few questions are going to be a little slow, particularly because you need a little bit of time to figure out the answers, type in the answers, and also for those who have joined now to join the Kahoot. So once again, please go to www.kahoot.it. So please join in to the Kahoot. You have to go to www.kahoot.it, and they'll ask you for a game pin. You have to enter that number 939915. So still 130 seconds to go even in this question. You just need to figure it out. Do a little bit of translation. Okay, so for those who have not yet punched in an answer, for those of you who have guessed already, fantastic. For those of you who have not yet punched in an answer, once again, I'll repeat. Do a little bit of translation. Figure out how else you can say the word 12 in another language, like say Hindi. And the word timed almost sounds like the Hindi word for another animal that is known for roaring, right? So I hope you can figure out the answer from these clues I've given you. You still have 87 seconds to go. Plenty of time. 70 seconds to go. So 12 times, this is the state animal of Madhya Pradesh. $69 of you have sent in your answers, but over 120 on the call. So I do hope all of you have joined the Kahoot. If you have not, that's the only way you can send in your answers. We're not going to be using the chat at all. 35 seconds to go. I hope you are all sending in these answers. So this is just to reiterate, this is a general quiz. It doesn't matter which grade you are in. Anybody can answer these questions because it's all general knowledge, nothing to do with your academics at the moment. Just to know about what's happening in the country and little bit of trivia. So last 10 seconds. I hope you've all punched in your answers. 5 seconds to go. The pin is at the bottom of the screen. 9399939915. And we've arrived at this answer, Bhara Singha. So anybody who came close to this, you would have, if you've written one of these spellings, you would have got points. Bhara is of course 12. Singha means tide. That's why the clue I was trying to give you was about a lion known for roaring. Singam, right, in another language, not in Hindi. Let's see what that's done to the scores. Aditya takes the lead now, and Shivanshu comes to second. Umit has come to third. Yashu in fourth, and Monisha in fifth. But let's move to the next question. One more long one. MIT has developed an adhesive that mimics the stickiness of which creature's slime, also known for its spiral shell. So the first few questions, as you can see, were all based on animals. Which creature known slime is being used to make a kind of adhesive means glue, right? So they're trying to make a glue and they're using a creature who's known for its spiral shell. You can give me a 5-letter answer, right? The answer we're looking for is 5 letters long. So scientists are always learning from nature. So if if you're unfamiliar, like for example, a lot of the trains that we ride, right, especially the super fast ones, for those of you who live in places like Bombay, there's a thing called a monorail as well. You can see that the shape of the front of the train is slightly front like this, right, flat. That is actually based on the beak of a bird, right? Just like that, in this case, they are trying to create a kind of glue that is just as sticky as the slime that a particular creature leaves behind. So I'm sure all of you have seen this creature at some point or the other. They're very small and they're known for their spiral shell. Spiral means ones that have a shape like this, right? So we have over 150 seconds to go. The first round is very slow simply because we want to give people enough time to join. Next round also will be pretty slow. We'll take our time. This is to give you enough time to join the Kahoot. Please type in your answer and press the submit button. Right? Still over just about 2 minutes you have left to answer this question. Very simple one. The scientists at MIT are trying to create an adhesive, which is essentially a glue, and they're trying to base it on the slime that a particular creature lives behind. Now, this creature is known for its spiral shell. Spiral means it goes in one kind of, I'm sure many of you have seen those staircases that go round and round. That's actually also inspired by the shell of this small little animal. I don't think you can call it an insect, but I guess many people classify it as that as well. What is this? It's called escargot in French, and people actually rather disgustingly eat it there. I mean, I don't know how they eat it. It looks quite nasty. But some places it's considered a delicacy. No minus points, so please feel free to answer. Okay, we're down to the last minute for this question. Okay, we're almost there. 50 seconds to go, 45 seconds to go. I hope all of you have joined the Kahoot firstly. There's no link I can send you. You'll just have to go to www.kahoot.it and a game pin that you see there, 93999915. For those of you using an updated version of Zoom, there's also this tab called apps that will allow you to search for Kahoot. There's an app, Kahoot app. You can use it. You can join the game using that as well. Right, 4 seconds to go. I hope all of you have gotten this answer right. So we were looking for either slugs or snails. Anybody who gave along those lines, perfect. Good answer. Those who said slug, which is also perfectly fine. Snail was also the right answer. Let's look at the scores now. Aditya takes the lead. Shivanshu is still in second by just 1 point. Prish is in third, Varun is in fourth, and Umit is in fifth. And 6 players have gotten all 3 right. Fantastic job, all of you. Good answering. And that's a snail. You can see known for their very slow movement. And they leave a little bit of slime behind, which scientists are used to making a kind of glue. Okay. Round 2 is the Q-Shala connect round. So you'll see a bunch of images. You have to tell me what connects them. So we're looking for a 6-letter connect here. I'm looking for a connect to an Indian state, right? So again, you have plenty of time to answer these questions. The last round will be a little bit faster, right? So the creature that you see there is called a red panda, although it's not actually a panda. A more accurate name would be probably the flying fox. And if you're wondering, have I ever seen this creature before? For those of you who have ever seen Kung Fu Panda, this is the character that Master Shifu plays, the teacher in the movie plays. You see a very popular footballer, an Indian captain at one point. He's from the state. Then you see momos, which the state is famous for. It's not from there, but it's very, very popular there. You see a very famous mountain. And then the rest of the images, that is the one on the top left, the one right below that is the flag of that state. And the one on the bottom right and the top left are both art symbols from the state. Which state am I talking about? That you might consider one of the 7 sisters, if that helps you. The first picture is kind of an artwork design from that state. The second one is an animal known as the red panda or the flying fox. The third image is a former Indian football captain, who, among other things, I think also participated in this famous dance show called Nach Baliye. If you have seen him in that, you might know him from there as well. Below the footballer is a kind of artwork that you'll find over there. The mountain that you see is a part of the Himalayas. So now you know where to think where this state is. The state is also famous for its momos. It's not from, the momos are not from this place, but they're definitely very popular there. And the state flag is right above that. So you can see a lot of Buddhist symbols and things like that, because Buddhism is pretty much followed there. And it's one of the few states in India where you can still find the royal family kind of being prominent, other than maybe Rajasthan, where you still have the Maharajas and their royal families living in palaces and everything. It happens here as well, right? Which Indian state is this that I said you would consider one of the 7 sisters? So now I think you should know which part of India this state is in, right? 70 seconds to go. I hope you've all figured out the connect for this one. Plenty of time though. So I would advise everyone to be careful. Think of your answer properly. There's so much time. Think of an answer properly. Type in that answer. What connects all of these images? "42 seconds. Still plenty of time. For those of you not punched in an answer, please do. There are no negatives at all. If you type in an answer incorrectly, though, you won't get points, even if you didn't mean it, unfortunately, because you only get one chance to attempt every question, right? Okay, we're down to the last 20 seconds. 10 seconds to go. Four, three, two, one. And there we go. The correct answer we were looking for was Sikkim. For those who gave us this answer, we're correct. We had a few spelling mistakes we could predict, but other than that, we couldn't do much. So Aditya holds the lead. Shivani is now in second. Aratrika now in third. Shivanshu in fourth, and Krish in fifth. A lot of people seem to have lost their answer streak, but no problem. Plenty of questions to go. Right. So we do have a recommendation as well. This is a Sikkimese movie.
Personal life. अमृता हामीले किन गर्छौँ न पर्यो दिदी तपाईले मेरो नानीहरुको जिम्मा लिदिनु पर्यो नभागेको भात.
This is a movie called Pahanu. I would advise you all to watch it. It's on YouTube. It's lovely. Please do watch it. Right. Here's the next one. I think our final connect. What connects all of these things? So whatever this is derives from the Sanskrit word meaning sweet meat. You see Lord Ganesha, we just recently celebrated Ganesh Chaturthi. Lord Ganesha loves whatever the connect is. In the movie English Winglish, the character becomes, independent by making these things. Then you'll see a lot of other things such as the Golden Temple, where, that's not the Golden Temple, that is Tirupati, if that helps. So if you know something that Tirupati is famous for, you'll have the answer. What you see right next to that cartoon character is besan, which is the primary ingredient of one particular kind of this food item, which is the connect. I hope all of you get this one right. I could have put, if it helps, I could have put in any kind of celebration as well, because typically during religious festivals, this thing is served. Also, if anytime, somebody achieves something good, for example, if you did well on an exams and or maybe in sports, maybe you won a big tournament, this is something that you might give. And as it says, there's sweet meat. This is one of the things that you'll say, "Muh meeta karo," which means basically eat something sweet because we are celebrating, right? For those of you in South India, the Tirupati one is something that I'm sure all of you have tried at some point or the other. And you see some of the ingredients there. The besan one perhaps is the most popular one. Then on the extreme left is a cartoon. I believe that's from Chota Bheem. This character enjoys eating that particular food item and also making it. So for those of you who have watched Chota Bheem, that should be a simple one. We're looking for a sweet meat as the answer. Still almost a minute to go. Plenty of time. So after this, the questions are going to get a little bit faster, everyone. So be prepared. Last 80 seconds to go for this one. That's little over a minute. 57 answers in only. I'm sure all of you should answer this. In fact, just looking at this character here, this cartoon here, look at it. What does it look like? Obviously, the real thing doesn't have a mustache and a cap, but whatever this thing looks like, made of besan or gram flour. This is a temple at Tirupati. This is the movie English Winglish, in which this character played by Sridevi makes this thing so that she can, have her own money in America. She makes this thing and sells it. Lord Ganesha is a big fan of this thing and is constantly, at least in depictions like Amachitrakada or Tinkle, he's always seen eating it. And even in the religious texts, you'll find mentions of this food item. Last 10 seconds. And the answer is Laddu. So we had a couple of variation spellings. If someone entered Laddo, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, you'll miss out on points. This is the only spelling this is actually the spelling, Laddu. And these are all incorrect spellings that we managed to guess. If you typed anything other than this, I'm afraid we can't give you points. But let's see what that's happened. Shivani now takes the lead. Shivanshu is in second, Aditya in third, Survi in fourth, and Aditya in fifth. Okay, let's move to the next one. So this is the rapid fire round. Things will move a little bit quicker. This is the statue of Japan's famous loyal dog and his owner. It's located at Japan's Shibuya station. Name the dog. Okay, is it Hachiko? Is it Akita Inu? Is it called Beethoven? Or was this dog called Goofy? Look at in which country this is. You all have only 7 seconds to punch in an answer. You just have to select it. No typing in this case. 15 of you got it right. This was, of course, Hachiko. If you have not read about it, please do read Hachiko, the dog story. It's wonderful. Oh, Anvik takes the lead. Well done, Anvik. Khadija has entered the top 5 as well. But let's see what happens with the next question. So this is a puzzle. Arrange these cities in the world in the order of most to least visited in 2020. So put them in the correct order that they have been visited. So you'll have to drag the ones and there'll be a submit button. So obviously 2020 was the year of COVID-19. So think about which of these cities would have quickly opened up, either because they were reasonably quick in vaccinating or they had very good COVID protocols. I know I visited one of these places. So that was only because there was a very good COVID protocol for that place. 18 seconds to go. So you'll have to drag and drop and there'll be a Kahoot submit button. You'll have to press that. Five seconds to go. Oh dear, looks like it was a tough one. So the most visited was Dubai, which is the first to open up. It is a city very dependent on tourism. That is why Dubai was the most. London was one of the earliest cities to start trying to build a herd immunity. That's why it's second. Then New York, and finally Paris, which is still having a fair bit of COVID cases. So Shivani got that right. So did Aratrika and Anvesha. Well done. When all of you entered the top 5, Anvik and Khadija are still there as well, though. Identify this pop star who got Oscar de la Renta to stop using fur in exchange for wearing their gown at the Met Gala. So this pop star said, I won't wear your dress unless you tell me that you'll stop using fur in your dresses. Fur is obviously taken from animals, right? Who is this artist known for her songs like Bad Guy and Lovely? 20 of you got it right. This is, of course, Billie Eilish. So it's very important to protect our animals, right? And that's what she was trying to do. Wearing fur should be outlawed. And that's why she made that as a condition. If I wear your dress, you have to stop using fur. This is a photo of the Kardaswala Dam, where India's first automatic floodgates were installed by which famous engineer? In fact, Engineering Day in India is named after this person. Was it M. Vishweswaraya, Vikram Sarabhai, Varghese Kurian, or Satish Dhawan? So, which of these installed the first automatic floodgates? 22 of you got it right. This was Vishweswaraya from Karnataka. So, Engineers Day in India is actually named after him. For all of you who want to be engineers in the future, this is definitely someone you should know. So, we've had a topsy-turvy leaderboard so far. Aratrika takes the lead. Prish takes second, and Aditya is back in the top 5 as well. Let's move to the next one. For this, you have to type an answer. Ray-Ban has collaborated with which social media platform to make smart glasses called Ray-Ban Stories? 8-letter answer. If it helps, it is the company that owns things like Instagram and WhatsApp. So Instagram and WhatsApp is not the answer. It owns Instagram and WhatsApp. It's a very big company, which I'm sure all of you have heard of. They have a very famous blue logo. You have to type in the answer here. One second to go. The correct answer is FB or Facebook. Anybody who typed that in, very well done. 17 of you getting that right. Khadija takes the lead. Anvik comes back to the top 5. Aratrika, Prish, and Vesha still in the top 5 as well. So there'll be Ray-Ban stories where you can see, take pictures, you can record videos, listen to music, answer phone calls, and you don't even have to take out your smartphone. So it's going to be like those Marvel movies. You can see Tony Stark talking to his glasses. That's just like that one. The black tigers of Orissa are a rare mutation in one gene which allows them to change the color of which part of their body? Their teeth, the length of their ears, the whiskers, or the stripes. So very simple one. Just think logically. What might they change the color of? So they have a mutation in their genes that allows them to change color. 22 of you got it right. Of course, you can change the stripes. So Khadija's holding the lead. Prish is in second, and Surabhi has entered the top 5. So essentially, they allow them to change their colors to different shades of black, right? And they're called the black tigers, right? They get to change their colors as opposed to the orange ones that you see. Which Indian state has given an indigenous touch to the national anthem ahead of the 50th anniversary of their statehood? So they basically sang the national anthem in their language, right? So if you see there are clouds there, that is because the name of the state means abode of the clouds. Okay? Telangana, Jharkhand, Sikkim, or Meghalaya. You can remove one answer just because we've asked it before. Perfect. 29 of you got that one right. Meghalaya was absolutely right. So well done. Prish takes the lead. Khadija in second. Aratrika in third. Surabhi in fourth. And Anvesha in fifth. So here is that.
Sindhu Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Banga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga Ujjala Jalagi Taranga Tava Shubha Name Jage Tava Shubha Ashisha Mage Gahe Tava Jaya Gatha Janagana
Right? So that was a Meghalayan rendition of our national anthem. So I hope you all enjoyed that. Last question coming up. Which Sri Lankan cricketer known for his slinger recently retired from all formats of cricket? Was it Kumar Sangakkara, Dinesh Chandimal, Chaminda Vas, or Lasit Malinga? Look at that name and see which of these names kind of sounds familiar with that name. He's not in the picture, just in case you're looking for him. 31 of you got it right. This was, of course, Lasit the Slinger Malinga because of his action. Takes a very weird action, and that's why he's called Slinger. So Aratrika, Surabhi, Anvesha, and Shreya Shrina entering the top 5 the first time are almost done with one question to go. So these are marzipan cookies made to bid farewell to the long-time Chancellor of Germany. Who are these cookies meant to look like? Angela Merkel, Michelle Bachelet, Helle Thorning-Schmidt, or Theresa May? So look at the pictures, look at how they look like, look at her face. She was the Chancellor of this country for the longest time, and country became very big and profitable in her time. This was, of course, Angela Merkel, who was from Germany. Well done. So we have one final point. On a scale of 1 to 10, sorry, we'll just skip this one. You don't need to answer it. Let's move to the podium. So in third place was Anvik. Well done. In second place was Shreya. Well done. Good comeback with 9 out of 14. But finishing first was Prish with 9 out of 14, but just slightly quicker than Shreya. Khadija finishes 4th and Aratrika finishes 5th. So before we drop out, we do have a tradition for the family quiz, which is we all take a picture. So could everyone please switch on your videos? Right? On my count, everyone will say the word paneer together. Okay? Right? We're not going to say cheese, we're going to say paneer. Right? 3, 2, 1. Paneer. Thank you so much. Please hold those smiles. A lot of you are there on the call, so I need to take a lot of pictures. Okay? Right? Thank you, everyone. So that's the end of our Kyoshala quiz for today. I'll see you all next week. Thank you for joining in, and I hope you keep coming and learning. And these quizzes are just about learning general knowledge and just attempting these quizzes in a fun way. Right? Thank you.